Welcome to Mariners Fan Central.
A bomb has been dropped in the baseball world. What the Mariners did today might be the smartest move of the year. The surprising scoop we just received has massive implications for our team. Don't miss the detailed breakdown of how this news will impact our run for glory. Click the subscribe button and ensure you're always one step ahead of every other fan. Alright, M's fans, welcome to the channel, your one-stop shop for the most in-depth, serious, and passionate coverage of the Seattle Mariners. Before we dive into the news that's rocking the city and the clubhouse, I have a simple but fundamental request. If you're not yet subscribed, please join us. Click the subscribe button right now and turn on notifications. This is the only way to ensure you don't miss any real-time updates, any exclusive analysis, on any behind-the-scenes details that could decide the fate of our season. My commitment is to bring you, the most faithful fan, the clearest and most informed view possible, as if we were together in the best seats at T-Mobile Park discussing every move, every play, every strategy. The news of the night, and perhaps the most surprising and electrifying since the trade deadline, has a name: Josh Naylor. What we saw in the last game was more than a home run. It was a statement of intent, a moment that perfectly encapsulates the adrenaline shot this team needed. The left-handed hitter, who arrived as a surprise, has proven to be not just a compliment to our lineup, but a catalyst for energy and performance. On Wednesday night, he not only hit a monstrous home run, an estimated 450 feet that seemed to defy physics, but he did something that very few hitters in the history of the game can do. He turned the celebration into an art form. That bat flip, my friends, was not an act of arrogance. It was pure style, a mix of confidence, passion, and joy for the game. He held the bat, watched the ball disappear into the Seattle darkness, and with a fluid, never-before-seen motion, he tossed it aside as if the bat had served its ultimate purpose. It was the kind of moment that becomes immortalized in memories and highlight reels. But if you think Naylor's story is limited to a powerful swing, you're missing the main point. The real narrative here is much more complex and strategic. In just 12 games with the M's, Naylor already has 3 home runs, raising his OPS to an impressive .833. These numbers by themselves would be a success for any newly acquired player. However, what truly shocked the league and is causing a buzz in the most in-depth analytical circles was the other part of his arsenal, his speed on the bases. The same 5'10", 235-pound man who looks more like a linebacker than a sprinter stole 2 bases on Wednesday. And to make it even more unbelievable, he stole 2 bases in the previous game as well. That's 4 stolen bases in 2 games. In just 12 games with Seattle, he already has a total of 10 stolen bases. Stop and think about that for a second. Before this season, his record for stolen bases in an entire season was 10, achieved in 121 games with Cleveland. He has not only tied that mark in 12 games, he has shattered it. Last season, he stole 11 bases in 93 games for Arizona, showing that there was already an intention to run more, but what he's doing in Seattle is something completely different. It's a radical transformation, a mindset adjustment, and a demonstration that the team's leadership is allowing and encouraging this aggression. The acquisition of Naylor at the trade deadline was a masterpiece by Jerry Dipoto, our president of baseball operations, and Justin Hollander, our general manager. They weren't just looking for a power hitter, they were looking for a player with the ability to impact the game in multiple facets, who would bring contagious energy to the clubhouse and fit into the culture of hard work and passion that Seattle represents. Naylor is the personification of that ideal. The home run was the icing on the cake, but the stolen bases are the evidence of a larger strategy. The ability of a power hitter to turn a single into a double or to steal a base to get into scoring position changes the dynamic of an offense. It creates pressure on opposing pitchers, forces errors, and opens up opportunities for the following hitters. It's exactly the kind of aggression our team needed to complement the strength of our pitching staff. The conversations I've had with sources close to the organization indicate that the decision to give Naylor the green light to run was a calculated move. They saw in the data and in his athletic ability, even with his stature, that he could be a game changer. The result has been absolutely spectacular. The news that Tyler Locklear has also been talking about the importance of stolen bases and scoring runs is a clear sign that this philosophy is being spread throughout the entire roster. The team's mindset is changing. The old guard, which focused on home runs and strikeouts, is giving way to a new era of more tactical, smarter, and honestly more fun to watch baseball. Naylor's arrival was not just a reinforcement, it was a statement. He arrived, dominated the conversation, and has become one of the most important faces in our playoff race. And that's what makes him, in my view, the most impactful move of the trade window. The depth of the Josh Naylor acquisition goes far beyond the surface level statistics we've mentioned. The strategic analysis behind this move reveals the mastery of Dipoto and his team in identifying not just talent, but also the right mentality for our clubhouse. Unlike other past acquisitions, which sometimes focused on established veterans with higher risk profiles, Naylor's arrival seems to have been a more organic decision, focused on a player who still has something to prove and who brings a vibrant energy and an indomitable passion for the game. The spectacular home run is a reflection of that passion, a moment of pure ecstasy that resonates with the soul of M's fans. However, what intrigues me and confirms the brilliance of the trade is the continuous surprise in his game. The perception that a hitter of his build could become such a prolific base stealer is something that defies conventional baseball wisdom. My sources have informed me that from day one at the training complex, the Mariners coaching staff noticed a desire in Naylor to go beyond expectations. What we saw in Cleveland and Arizona was the tip of the iceberg. With the right structure and encouragement, he was able to unleash an athletic potential that many thought didn't exist. The decision to give him the green light to steal bases is a vote of confidence that he is repaying with interest. This strategic move has a ripple effect on the rest of the lineup. With Naylor batting in the middle of the order, he not only provides protection for the power hitters around him, but his stolen base threat forces pitchers to rethink their strategies. They can no longer relax with him on first base. This can lead to more pitches outside the strike zone, more opportunities for subsequent hitters, and more runs on the scoreboard. Baseball isn't just about home runs, and this team is finally embracing that philosophy. The acquisition of Naylor, therefore, wasn't just to add a left-handed bat. It was to inject a dose of unpredictability and dynamism that was missing. The way he's showing up on the field with that confidence and no way you can bet against him attitude is the exact mindset a team chasing a playoff spot needs to thrive under pressure. He has become a force of nature, a fundamental piece in the puzzle that Dipoto and his team are putting together to lead us back to the promised land. The reference to pitcher Nick Enright, who overcame cancer, is a subtle reminder that baseball is full of stories of overcoming and resilience. And Naylor, in his own way, is writing one that is unique and inspiring. Which brings me to my final analysis, delivered with the same passion and professionalism you've come to expect from this channel. Naylor's home run was a spectacle. The stolen bases are phenomenal. Together, they formed the narrative of a player who not only fit into the team, but elevated it to a new level of competitiveness and entertainment. His arrival has changed the tone of the conversation in Seattle. The skepticism that sometimes hangs over mid-season trades has dissipated, replaced by genuine excitement. He's on fire right now, with 2 consecutive games of multiple stolen bases and a home run. The question all M's fans are asking is, who guarantees Naylor won't win for the 3rd time in a row? There's no way you can bet against him. Indeed, I believe this acquisition will be remembered as one of the most effective and transformative of the Dipoto era, not just for the numbers, but for the energy, attitude, and the redefinition of what a power player can be in modern baseball. He's not just a hitter, he's a force of nature. Now, I want to hear from you, our fan base. What do you think about Josh Naylor's transformation? Do you believe that aggression on the bases is the key to our offense's success in this final stretch of the season? Has his arrival changed your perception of our ability to make the playoffs? Share your opinions in the comments. This channel exists for dialogue, for passion, and for deep analysis, and your voice is the most important one. Give your opinion on the latest moves and strategies, and let's together, with seriousness and passion, follow every step of our team. To continue receiving our exclusive and passionate coverage, Please like this video, leave your comments with your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel. Your participation is the fuel that drives us. Let's go, Mariners faithful.